This show is brought to you in part by Wayne County Community College District, where education shines bright.
What's happening in entertainment? From Tinseltown to the Big Apple, this is your weekly entertainment magazine with Greg Dunmore of PulseBeat.tv.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.tv.
You're listening to Greg Dunmore. This is the PulseBeat.tv segment on the Mildred Gaddis Show. And it's fascinating because the NAACP Image Awards now, the Soul Train Awards, the Stellar Awards, the Trumpet Awards, and certainly the BET and their whole series of awards from hip-hop to gospel, the Walk of Fame, the BET Honors, and the BET Awards have been really special because they talk about people that don't always get the same level of attention that the other award shows, from the Academy Awards, which was so controversial because of their lack of diversity, but certainly the awards that center upon the African-American contribution. We love them, and as someone once said, that African-American history is American history, so I'm hoping that all Americans understand the importance of what the BET Awards do. But something that I thought was truly outstanding was the fact that the awards brought attention to not just the people who sing and act, but the people who are hot, as in higher order thinkers. Many of us, which includes me, did not know the name of actor Jessie Williams of Grey's Anatomy and that television show until he was awarded the BET 2016 Humanitarian Award. And in the spirit of a Harry Belafonte.
In the 1950s, Harry Belafonte smashed sales records and race barriers in the world of music. While the subversive political roots of calypso weren't necessarily understood by his mainstream audience, Belafonte always used his platform in the service of struggle.
And in the spirit of a Harry Belafonte, who is a great actor and an activist, he rocked the audience and its viewership with words like this.
Mobilize. Now, this is also in particular for the black women, in particular, who have spent their lifetimes dedicated to nurturing everyone before themselves. We can and will do better for you. Now, what we've been doing is looking at the data, and we know that police somehow manage to de-escalate, disarm, and not kill white people every day. So what's going to happen is we are going to have equal rights and justice in our own country, or we will restructure their function and ours.
The fact that the intellectual, and he really is receiving internet buzz all over because of saying these powerful words. But that's not really unusual, because think about it. The black community has always embraced names like W.E.B. Du Bois.
From 1876 until our day, the race problem in the United States of the Negro has been primarily a struggle to regain the right to vote in the midst of caste discrimination, changing slowly but definitely to a problem of the right to work and to be trained for work at all levels, and to a struggle for broad civil and social rights. Most of you, I think, assume that this is still the Negro problem.
Paul Robeson.
I would say the Africans and the American Negroes have turned out to be an extraordinarily gifted people. The great tragedy is that by not making us full-class citizens as yet in America, they may be losing, I don't know how much yet. And to come back, I would say that unquestionably, I am an American, born there. My father slaved there. Upon the backs of my people was developed the primary wealth of America.
Frederick Douglass, Sojourner Truth, as of recent, Michael Eric Dyson.
Also, of course, they talk about incarceration. Most young black and Latino men in America, and unfortunately even in Europe, especially in the UK, are there for nonviolent drug offenses. It was not hip-hop that led them there. Before hip-hop was even invented, there was an over-incarceration of African-American and Latino men. It has only been exacerbated by repressive white supremacist practices of both Europe and America.
So we've always understood that the black intellectual should be celebrated. So when Jessie Williams, as an actor, gave these profound words, he really spoke that celebrity is not centered around just music and the creative arts. It is celebrated around when creative people have the spotlight. celebrities have the spotlight and they understand the importance of speaking truth to power as he did. Now, it's uplifting and encouraging when a thought-provoking acceptance speech goes viral, especially, once again, with a message like this coming from Jessie Williams.
Yesterday would have been young Tamir Rice's 14th birthday. So I don't want to hear any more about how far we've come when paid public servants can pull a drive-by on a 12-year-old playing alone in a park in broad daylight, killing him on television and then going home to make a sandwich. Tell Rakia Boyd how it's so much better to live in 2012 than it is to live in 1612 or 1712. Tell that to Eric Garner. Tell that to Sandra Bland.
And speaking truth to power is what Jessie Williams did. Bravo to what he is saying. It needed to be said. And once again, the fact that the community listening to him all over the country, they're really celebrating him with the wonderful words of insight that he gave. Also bringing down the house at the BET Awards 2016 in her dramatic powerhouse voice, the new Epic Records, and she just signed with this label. Jennifer Hudson, if she continues to grow, should be on the permanent list of true entertainment greats, and this is what she did to salute Prince, bringing down the house.
Pulse of a new generation. Pulsebeat.tv.